Hi there, my name is Kara Mummy. Today we are going to be looking at an app called Jack and the Beanstalk by Nosy Crow. This is an interactive picture book that is really great for kids, elementary school kids, really at any elementary age. The fabulous thing about this interactive app is that it is not only just a reading app, but it is so engaging to students because they can change the outcome of the story. They can play games. They can do all kinds of really neat things. And every time they use it, it's not going to be the same outcome and it's not going to be the same experience. They're always going to have a unique experience. So we're going to, I have it muted right now so that I can talk over it, but in just a minute you'll be able to see and listen to some different things that happen in this app. The first thing I want to show you up here is for grown-ups. And so basically this is just kind of like the before you use, don't forget to check this out. It's kind of like the tips and advice. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And it's going to ask you for a year that the grown-up was born, just so that they can verify that you were a grown-up. And so this is going to give you a bunch of great tips and things from the app. Now the really cool thing about this app is this is not the only book that they have published. They also have great other books, and I'll show you down here on the bottom, like Red Riding Hood, Cinderella, The Three Little Pigs, and some original stories they've created. There is an app that includes all 10, including the Jack and the Beanstalk. It's a little bit more pricey. This one is only $4.99 per story, but if you would like to purchase all of them, it's quite a good deal, and it's only $24.99. And then you get to use them as many times as you want. Like I said, it's not just like it's the same book over and over again. It's always the same words, but there's always different outcomes and different games and different things to do. So if you go back up, there's some really great tips. You can unlock different rooms. There's different endings to the story. You can jump to different scenes, and we'll go through all of that when we get back on. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click the home button. And then you can see that we have some different options. We can read and play. So this basically means that they are going to be talking, the characters will be talking. Now, just like you see right here where it says, "My name was Jack," you can see that they will talk, and you can read along with them as it's highlighted. And I'll turn on the volume in just a second so you can actually hear them talking. Or if you are a more experienced reader, your child can read these words by themselves and would like to challenge themselves that way, they can select Read by Myself. And this is a really awesome tool because they're going to have to read and they're going to have to click. Now, you can see right here that when Jack is done talking, there's going to be a little blue dot that blinks. And basically what that means is if you click that character, it's a cue to click that character and they've got something to say. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the volume. You can kind of hear what they're saying and some different things.
Spread two fingers to zoom in.
So as you can see, they're giving you different tips, and if I click on the dot.
It's nice to meet you. My name's Jack.
Okay, I went ahead and paused it. So they are not paused it, but muted it. So like I said, he's going to give you little tips, and they will do that throughout the story as well. Because it is an interactive story, they're going to give you some opportunities to kind of help you out and some hints to help you know what to do next. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on the read and play, and we're going to play a little bit of it. We're not going to go through the whole story because it is an interactive story, and there's many different ways that you can do it, and there's many different environments, but I'm just going to show you the big things. So I'm going to go ahead and click on read and play and turn on the volume for just a minute.
There was a boy called Jack who lived with his mother in a tiny cottage. They were very poor.
And as you can see, if I don't click on their buttons, which I haven't, the little blue buttons, they'll kind of say things every now and then. So it tells you, so he's telling me to drag him. So I can pick him up and drag him to move him and go back and forth. And then if I want them to talk, I can actually click on, see the mom has a blue dot, so I can click on her blue dot and she can say hello. Click on Jack's blue dot and he can say, "I'm hungry." And so then you just keep going back and forth. Now, if you see, there is a little arrow down here at the bottom, and I'm going to keep it muted as I am talking. So what Jack just told us is when the arrow lights up, that means it's time to go to the next page. I'm going to go ahead and go to the next page, and then I'll show you the other options.
One day, Jack's mother asked her son to take their only cow to market. Jack, we have nothing to eat and no money. We'll have to sell Daisy. Can you feed her, clean her, and put her bell on so you can get a good price for her?
And here I'm going to click the blue dots.
I don't know what we'll do
Mum,
without Daisy.
do we have to sell her?
Okay, and so what they're going to ask you to do now is actually do the interactive, and I can click on Daisy and she'll move, do the interactive activities. So the first thing they're going to ask me to do is grab this brush, and that's what I'm doing on my iPad with my finger, and you have to actually brush her off. So I'm doing this, not the computer, and you have to clean her off and get her really clean. And so that's one of the things that they ask you to do. Then they're going to ask you to feed her and then put her bell on. Okay, so they ask you to do all of those things if you wait long enough or you don't know what to do. So eventually, you can go ahead and click on the next scene and it will go through all the scenes. One of the things that I do want to show you is up here there is a little looks kind of like a little flag or a ribbon. So I'm going to click on that. And it pulls up. You can still see in the background that my story is still going. But you can see that there are all of these little tabs. And there's also a bunch of different scenes out on the side. Now what this does is it will jump you from wherever you are in the story to a different scene. So you can see there's a scene with a mirror and a scene with a dragon and a scene with a pail and some books, and then here's the giant and an axe and actual beanstalk. So if I wanted to flip up, and it looks like we have already been here, so it looks like we've already been at the house and we've already been with Daisy feeding and brushing her. So now if I want to jump over straight to the beanstalk, I can click on that. And I'm at the beanstalk. So then they'll give us instructions.
Higher and higher.
So what I'll do now is I will actually move him up the beanstalk using my finger on the iPad because he won't move without me. And I jump from side to side. And if I go too far and I can't get over, then I have to actually go back down, jump over. So as you can see, there's a lot of different things. Now once you actually get up into the castle, which is what we can do, we can click over on our flag and we can find something like, say we actually want to go and help out the dragon. We can click on the dragon. Let's see what they need us to do.
In the dungeon where a baby dragon was locked up in a cell.
I don't know who you are, but I hope you can help me. The giant locked me up here and I want to go home. Look at the stones on the wall. Which ones do you have to press to release me?
What stones should we press first?
So this is where you get to kind of play some different interactive games, and as you are doing them, you can keep clicking on the different characters. You can click on the mouse, and they'll all say something different and talk. Sometimes they may give you hints and tips, and so this is when you can actually work on different activities. And if you mess up, it doesn't work. Okay, so we got him out, and now they get to move on, and he'll get a key, and he'll get to go to another door. And so basically, this is just a really fun way for kids not only to read, because like right now I have it muted, so they're going to actually have to read what they're saying. Now they can slow down the reading so it doesn't go quite so fast, or speed it up if they're a very quick reader. So then he'll take this key, and he'll go and explore some new doors. So basically, this is a really fabulous app. If you want to go back home, there's a home button right up here. So if you want to go back home, you can click on the home button, and you can either resume, you can restart to start all the way over, get some ask some questions, or go to the settings. So if I just wanted to restart and go back to the front, I could just click on that, and it'll take me back to the very beginning, and I can restart my whole story. So this is just a really fun app, and like I said, there's more books if you want to purchase more books and have more, and it's just really great because there are so many different outcomes that could happen or things that you can do, and it just doesn't ever get boring. So I hope that y'all go out and y'all purchase these apps and get your kids reading. Thanks so much.